Right now at 10, the long-awaited demolition of the Lansing Bridge and the latest on its reconstruction.
And a Wisconsin judge found guilty of obstruction, the sentencing she could face.
Plus, the Powerball hits $1.5 billion, what local financial officers say you should do if you win.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski.
Well, the fall was dramatic. The Blackhawk Bridge finally coming down.
And News 8 Now's Seth Padilla has the sights and sounds from Lansing.
The iconic Blackhawk Bridge has been demolished after standing for nearly a century. In October, the decision was made to bring down the bridge for safety reasons. It was built in 1931. It connects Lansing, Iowa to Wisconsin. The bridge carried about 2,100 vehicles per day. Earlier, I spoke to the woman who pushed the implosion button.
This bridge is just part of the Lansing history here, and it's fun memories, me growing up, kind of coming in and out of Almaquis County. And, you know, I just love this place. I love the people, a lot of relatives here. It's a great community.
Again, despite the cold weather, a large crowd turned out to witness the implosion. Officials say the $140 million replacement bridge is expected to be in service by 2027. Project manager Clayton Burke spoke about the next steps with the bridge.
The contractor will block off the area while they remove the truss from the water this weekend. They should have enough removed to where it's safe to reopen a section of the channel for the ferry to operate.
The ferry should be operating on December 22nd. Reporting from Lansing, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now.
A News 8 follow-up. A federal lawsuit over a deadly fire in Necedah is heading to trial. The fire at a rental home on Morrow's Mile Road left 6 dead. The property was not legally licensed to rent at the time. Criminal charges weren't pursued, but the survivors are suing Airbnb and the homeowners. The trial is set to begin March 22nd, 2027.
A bipartisan bill could roll back restrictions on wedding barns. In 2023, the state changed liquor laws to limit private event venues like wedding barns to 6 beer and wine only events a year. This new bill would raise that number to 36 per year. It would also allow venues to serve spirits, not just beer and wine. It is 6 years in prison for a former Hudson Elementary School teacher. 26-year-old Madison Bergman pleaded guilty to child enticement with sexual contact and 2 counts of sexual misconduct by school staff. Investigators found Bergman and an 11-year-old student exchanged more than 35,000 text messages between February and April 2024. After prison, Bergman will serve 6 years extended supervision and must register as a sex offender.
Happening around the state, authorities arresting a Minnesota man tied to a 23-year-old cold case out of St. Croix County. Ben Hansen has been charged with hiding the corpse of 92-year-old Alice Peterson. The investigation started when Boy Scouts found a skull in a ravine. Danson was allegedly the only employee at the funeral home when Peterson passed away.
This is bothersome, and to know that we may never have the full answers. It's disheartening to know how her remains were handled.
No word on how the skull ended up in the ravine.
Wisconsin Republicans want Milwaukee Judge Hannah Dugan to resign or face impeachment. A jury has found her guilty of obstruction. Dugan was arrested in April after attempting to block ICE from arresting an immigrant.
While this case is serious for all involved, it is ultimately about a single day, a single bad day in a public courthouse. The defendant is certainly not evil, nor is she a martyr for some greater cause.
The jury convicted Dugan on obstruction but acquitted her on concealing a wanted person. Dugan's defense team says that split verdict means they could appeal the judge to rule separately from the jury. La Crosse is already sending out Christmas tree collection reminders. It runs January 5th through the 16th. You make sure to take off all the tinsel and ornaments and have your tree curbside by 7 a.m. Those artificial trees can be placed in your recycling cart.
Well, I'm not thoroughly enjoying this colder weather right now, but good news. After this weekend, we're warming up a bit, Greg.
Yeah, just got to get through the weekend. We're going to kind of up and down with temperatures this weekend. Not the entire weekend's going to be cold, but it's not going to also be mild either. And we got some wind to go along with it, and even a little bit of precipitation. But next week, totally different story. Right now, if I kind of flipped over there, we're holding in the teens for the most part. start, getting closer to 20. The temperatures have been steady across the area, maybe a couple degree drop here. We've seen some clearer conditions, but all in all, they're going to start rising throughout the night because we do have that south wind that's starting to pick up a little bit. Overall, you can see some temperatures have gotten down to the single digits like Black River Falls, but they've come back up. A lot of this is cloud cover. The precipitation, you note, with the light blue really isn't reaching the ground yet. Still too dry. The system is out to the west. It's kind of two parts. This one main with the front coming there in western Minnesota will bring some light snow, and then there's another front that's developing back behind that. That's going to be eventually the cold front for Saturday afternoon. So we will see some activity, but it's going to be light activity for Eau Claire. Any snowfall will be very light, but it could be around that 4 to 6 inch time frame. Then as we go for La Crosse, we do have a little bit of wintry mix potential there. Very light, 4 to 6. That chance is still low, but something to keep in mind of. Otherwise, we're going to get up to 31. That's going to be our high today because the cold front's coming through, and we're going to get colder. And once again, we're going to go back and forth because we got another climb Sunday. That'll be the last climb we got coming up because, yeah, like you said, next week, totally different story. You like 40s? We got plenty of those, maybe even a 50 out there too.
No kidding. Thanks, Greg. Well, seniors in area care centers getting a holiday surprise. Rivertown Dental dropping off holiday cards created from students from schools across the region. La Crosse, Viroqua, Arcadia, and Holman schools all pitched in this year. Organizers say the act can bring the community closer together.
It brings the tenants a lot of joy during this time of year when they might need a little bit of extra joy. They like to feel a sense of belonging, and it's stuff like this that helps them feel like they're part of the community.
Cards will be delivered through December 22nd. For every card made, Rivertown Dental is donating 50 cents to local food pantries.
West Salem High School students kicking off their Giving Tree campaign. Every year, the National Honor Society fills a tree with tags for gift cards. Individual students or organizations go out and buy the gift cards and return them to the school. Those are then distributed to families in the district.
This year was our highest amount ever, so we received 192 gift cards back, and it totaled $7,200 that we were able to give out in those cards to area families.
This is the 11th year for the National Honor Society's Giving Tree.
A local school district is receiving new technology to help students learn. The Bangor School District now has a new computer numerically controlled router thanks to First National Bank of Bangor. The CNC machine allows students to turn digital designs into real projects using wood and other materials.
It's a great opportunity for the younger kids to have more options when picking out their futures and deciding what career paths they'd like to follow.
The new machine is helping students gain programming skills, preparing them for future careers while creating everything from furniture to prototypes.
Well, if you're the lucky Powerball winner, you have a choice between taking a lump sum of $686.5 million or the full $1.5 billion paid out over 30 years. Local financial advisors say the lump sum is the smarter move. It keeps you from paying taxes over decades and gives you more flexibility to invest.
If you take the lump sum up front, which is what you're going to want to do, you could invest that, still get your $22 million a year, if that's enough for you, and then you'd still have about $1 billion left over at the end of that same 30 years if you did it the right way.
Makes sense. Advisors add that they recommend dividing your investments into two key areas: equities for growth and money market or bond funds for stability. The next Powerball drawing will take place on Saturday at 10 p.m. Central.
Still to come, the Epstein files deadline arrives. How much the DOJ made public.
Plus, a major twist in the Brown University shooting, where they found the suspect and the other crime he's connected to.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the Board Store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the Board Store Home Improvements.
At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, save big on stressless furniture when you donate just $50 to charity. With a $50 donation to charity, you'll save up to $900 on stressless sofas, $700 on the new stressless Sky mattress, and up to $400 on our most popular recliners. Plus, you'll even save on dining and office chairs. So many ways to save when you donate just $50. Don't wait. It's time for stressless. Donate and save at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
I have something for you.
I have something for you too.
During the GMC holiday event, get a total value of over $6,400 on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus, get $3,500 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Department of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announcing the start of military operations in Syria today.
He says it's to eliminate ISIS fighters, infrastructure, and weapon sites. Hegseth is calling this a declaration of vengeance. The strikes come after 2 Iowa National Guard members were killed in an ambush last Saturday. The Justice Department today began releasing its long-awaited files on Jeffrey Epstein.
CBS's Erica Brown has the latest from Washington.
Thousands of Epstein files were released on the DOJ website hours before the midnight deadline, including audio recordings, printed documents, video, and photos of powerful men in Epstein's circle and other celebrities. Epstein's book of contacts contains President Trump's name, his late wife, and their daughter Ivanka. A list of hundreds of girls or young women listed as masseuses has their names hidden. Some members of Congress and survivors who pushed for the law to release the files tell CBS News the redactions are heavier than expected.
There's been a lot of effort and money and time put into redactions, not to protect victims, but to protect people in power.
The law is very clear that any redaction has to be justified in writing.
The Justice Department did not release all of the files as required by law, saying they're reviewing documents to protect victims' identities. 2 Democratic leaders called any delay a violation of federal law and said they are exploring legal options to compel the department to release all the files. President Trump initially sought to block the release of the files, accusing Democrats of using the Epstein case to undermine his accomplishments.
It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them. And it's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax.
But in a statement Friday, the White House insisted that by releasing the files, the Trump administration is the most transparent in history. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The manhunt for the suspect in the Brown University shooting is over. The suspected shooter, Claudio Neves Valente, was found dead in a New Hampshire storage facility. Police say he was also responsible for the murder of MIT professor Nuno Luiero. Both attended the same academic program in Portugal between 1995 and 2000.
There is a video footage of him entering an apartment building in the location of the professor's apartment. And then later that evening, he is seen about an hour later entering the storage unit wearing the same clothes.
After the arrest, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem announced the U.S. will pause its diversity visa lottery program, adding Valente entered the U.S. on that program in 2017 and was granted a green card.
Well, new signage at the Kennedy Center. Trump's name was added to it today. The board voting to rename it the Donald J. Trump and the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts. President Trump was elected the chair in February. The price tag is rising on the White House ballroom. President Trump now says it'll cost $400 million instead of $200 million. A court fight is currently on to block the project. Private donations are expected to cover the cost.
The governor of Tennessee pardoning country singer Jelly Roll. The singer, whose real name is Jason DeFord, was convicted of robbery as a juvenile. He was granted parole in 2005. He was then charged and convicted with the possession with intent to sell cocaine. He finished serving that sentence in 2016. A Romanian court sentencing Wiz Khalifa to 9 months in prison. Officials say the rapper was arrested for smoking marijuana during a performance at a music festival in 2024. No word if Romanian authorities will extradite him to the United States.
And TikTok is signing a deal to sell assets to a group of American investors, including computing giant Oracle and private equity groups Silver Lake and MGX. That's finalizing a years-long process to separate from its parent company, ByteDance. We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we got a little bit of wintry precipitation for Saturday, but then the big story Saturday is falling afternoon temps and a lot of wind once again. good news is we won't last too long, so we'll break that down and then show you what Christmas may look like. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Eagle Crest North in Onalaska is expanding. Our tradition of excellence continues to grow with the addition of our new luxury senior apartments opening in January 2026. Expect nothing less than exceptional amenities. Choose your ideal home from well-designed floor plans. I'm Tammy, and I've been welcoming residents to our community for 17 years. Call me today to reserve your new home.
Join us for a weekly open house or schedule your private tour today.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red? Making customers happy. That's my favorite tradition.
Like my sweater.
Get 0 down, 0% financing, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus $2,000 bonus cash on Explorer. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
More joy, more style, and more savings. That's what you'll find at King Furniture this holiday season. With our incredible stock of inventory, you can always find whatever you need ready for free delivery. And if it's a custom look you want, we have you covered. Shop our selection of England sofas and sectionals and choose from thousands of fabrics and leathers. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. And we'll haul away the old for free. There's no better time to shop at King Furniture.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning, and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports, and your day becomes better, and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and, you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Hy-Vee is your holiday headquarters. Save big Saturday through Wednesday. Cook's ham portions, just $1.77 a pound. Hy-Vee butter, just $2.88. Hy-Vee canned corn or green beans, 2 for $1. 5 pounds of potatoes, $1.48. Cream cheese, just $1.28. Save on Nabisco snack crackers, Lay's and kettle cooked chips, Pepsi 6-packs, and more. Save in-store and online, Saturday through Wednesday, only at Hy-Vee.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Yeah, overall, we have some active weather throughout the next couple days, but none of these events are going to cause too many issues, and then we really change weather conditions next week, and they'll be mild. But we do have an opportunity for a little bit of light snow tonight. Could turn into a little light wintry mix, and that means you could see some sleet, maybe a little bit of freezing rain with it too. But don't be too alarmed by it because it's very light. I don't expect too much impact with it too. It'll be out of here probably by 7, 8 at least at the morning hour. Then another cold front comes through in the afternoon. We get breezy. We have falling temperatures in the afternoon. So kind of like we saw yesterday with the falling temperatures, maybe not quite as severe, but we'll see that occur again, 20s to teens, and then going into Sunday morning, it's going to be a very cold start once again. But that's probably the last time you're going to see the single digits for quite a long time in the forecast that'll show you coming up here too. So that's what we got going on for Saturday and Sunday. Overall, as I mentioned, the winds will continue out of the south, so our temperatures will slowly rise into the 20s, if not already, throughout the night. Now, there will be some activity ahead of it. You can see some of the blue, pink starting to show up. Some of this will reach the ground. A lot of it won't, but it's going to be coming through probably after about 2 a.m., starting to the north. Better shot that you might see a little bit of light snow for Minneapolis to clear up to Ladysmith, and then further south as we go towards 6 to 7. You can see the winds turn right there. That's the boundary coming through, so that's an opportunity to see a little bit of light snow. You can see some of that blue down there. And once again, it is the type of setup that you could get a little bit of freezing drizzle with it too as it comes through. As we get towards about 8 to 8 a.m., it should push to the east. We'll clear that out. The main cold front in the afternoon will come through probably late afternoon or to the afternoon time frame, early afternoon. So temperatures will continue to fall during the afternoon. So by the time we get to 10 a.m., we're looking at 30 degrees, probably our high close to La Crosse. Further to the north, they'll probably see those temperatures hold in the mid 20s, maybe low 20s in the morning hour, and then start to fall pretty rapidly in the afternoon with a little bit of cloud cover beginning to pull back in with all that cold air coming through the area. So by 4 p.m., back to the teens, to the mid-20s, and temperatures continue to fall. This doesn't factor in wind chill, which at some point towards Saturday evening is probably going to be below zero for some areas, so it's going to be quite cold out there. Once again, the wind will die off, but not until we get to the afternoon, to the basically past midnight. Now, Sunday morning, it's going to be cold once again. I said single digits above and below zero. We'll maybe have a little bit of wind chill. You can see there's your 2 a.m. temps. We'll kind of dip down to about close to zero in some areas. But then during Sunday, we're going to have plenty of sunshine, at least to start off. We'll see those temperatures rise back into the noon hour into the teens. Afternoon will probably be into the low to mid 20s, maybe some mid to upper teens further north. They'll take a short little dip in the evening before cloud cover and winds start to pick up out of the south as another warm front approaches from the southwest. That means our temperatures are going to rise. So when you go back to work potentially for Monday morning, we're now in the mid to upper 20s. So we're going to rise temperatures once again. Now, that does come with some precipitation chances for Sunday night, and there could be a little bit of a light band of snow with this warm front as it comes through. Right through there, time frame would be probably about 6 a.m. to about 9 a.m. to see light snow potentially turn to a little bit light wintry mix. So something we'll have to keep an eye on for the morning commute. Won't amount to too much, could be impactful. Once that goes back, then we're going to see temperatures then get back to warmer conditions. And next week, Christmas, yes, it's going to be very mild. We'll have 40s probably Christmas Eve. Christmas, we might deal with a little bit of fog issue, but we could see 50 potentially on Christmas if we don't have the clouds and fog. Otherwise, we're going to bring those temperatures back down after Christmas, but still, even by Saturday, 36 is still above average. So it's going to be quite a nice, mild, warm stretch, especially going Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve and Christmas night, we might actually get below freezing. It might be 35, 36. So that's why we'll have to keep an eye out for fog if we do have snowpack at that point, because that's a good recipe to see fog.
Sure. But a warm up for sure next week.
Definitely enjoy it, because you know it's going to flip eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Freak speaks. Giannis talks to the media for the first time since his injury and trade rumors. Plus, how about a double dip of grappling at Aquinas High? Blue Golds and Eagles looking to score victories on the mat. Jacob is next.
Beef dreams to be slow roasted by Arby's, tossed in hickory barbecue sauce, and sold 2 for $6. Who are you to deny dreams? Arby's, we have the meat.
It's time to wrap up your holiday shopping for less at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, with great last-minute gifts at even better prices for all the originals on your list. Like assorted slippers for the whole family, 25% off. These mini snack makers, $9.99. Save $100 on this DeWalt drill and impact driver combo kit. Plus, Blaine's gift cards make the perfect stocking stuffers. Find the value you need to bring a little more joy to your world. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, the original.
Engines rev, are you listening?
Fun to drive, fuel efficient.
Such beautiful stuff.
We're happy for miles, driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again, Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Honda. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days today.
The gift of relaxation and pampering is the perfect gift to give this holiday season. It is the Sue Colby's experience, the gift your special someone is really hoping for, and the gift she really deserves. Order your gift cards online today at SueColby's.com or pick them up at Sue Colby's Salon and Day Spa, because she deserves the very best.
Now you see it, now you don't.
Carl's year-end clearance sale is going on right now. Save up to 55% on open box and one-of-a-kind appliances. Save up to 70% on one-of-a-kind mattresses and floor displays. Save up to 40% on clearance TVs and soundbars. Plus, we have a year-end blowout on grills and accessories.
So hurry in for best selection.
Carl's year-end clearance sale.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, it's not every day one building plays host to a few of the best programs in their respective divisions and classes, but Aquinas High played host to an Aquinas UWL doubleheader tonight. Let's start on the high school side of things, a battle of two powerhouse wrestling programs as the Blue Golds were hosting Chatfield at 1:32. Blue Gold sophomore Martez Sheard gets a near fall for 4 points and eventually wins via major decision to get his team on the board. He would be followed by his teammate Tyler Paulson at 1:38, whose hard-fought battle with Kaysen Johnson would pick him up 3 more points in a 4-2 decision, but Gopher sophomore Hunter Polakowski would stop their momentum and build some for his own squad, grinding out his 7-4 decision over Jacob Penscover. Chatfield would ride that wave to a win on the road. And match 2 of the doubleheader featuring the 3rd-ranked Eagles. UWL up big when Aquinas grad Tate Flaggy steps in and he shuts out his opponent, rolls him over, and that will do it. A 16-0 Tech Fall win for the former Blue Gold star and number 3 wrestler in the nation. That would make it 34-5, and the dominance would continue at 197. Tyler Dormanen makes quick work of his opponent with a fall in under 2 minutes. Then in the final match of the night, Marcos Mielopoulos breaks the 1-1 scoreline with the 3rd period fall. That's another pin for La Crosse. They go on to take the match over Aurora 46-5. To some hoops, Central hosting Sparta tonight, and from the jump, this was all Riverhawks. Gabe Service with 2 of his game-high 19 right there. Todd Fergut's team out to a 9-0 run to start. Then a little later, Jordan Calvert showing off the sharing is caring method here with the fellow sophomore Cullen McGlashan open for the easy 2, and Anthony Jones was fantastic for Central all night. Layup there makes the lead 11. Then Jones taking it from one end to the other, finishing the and one. Riverhawks roll 68-40. Let's check in on some Cooley action. 3-0 GET looking to keep up their hot start. That was a final from, actually don't have the video from that one, but that would be GET picking up their 4th win in a row, 50-46. We'll have those highlights on the website tonight, so check News 8000 for that one. Other boys scores, West Salem cruises past BRF. CFC takes down Mel Min. Waniwak Center scores a victory over Cashin, and Hillsboro scores the upset over Royal by 1. On the ladies' side, Central over Sparta. Viroqua downs Luther. Indy Gill earns a victory over Pepin Alma, and DeSoto crushes Lafarge. All right, the Badgers were also looking to get back in the win column tonight. Not a good first half. Greg Gard's team was trailing by 13 at the break, but Wisconsin would turn up the defense in the second half, and they would go on to get this thing to overtime, and then they would eventually fall as Villanova scores almost as many points in overtime as they scored in the second half. Well, for the first time since his injury and all those rumors swirled about Giannis potentially being traded from Milwaukee, the Bucks star spoke to the media yesterday. He said he only focuses on family and basketball, and his agent deals with all the other things. But he mentioned he has not personally asked the franchise to be traded, but he did tell reporters that the team needs to find ways to win.
The only part that I might be frustrated not about the team is that we're losing. I don't think anybody likes to lose. Like, I don't like to lose. I don't care if I play, I don't play. I don't like to lose. It's simple as that. I don't like to look at the standing and see that we're 12th or 11th in the East. Like, that's not who we are. That's not what the Milwaukee Bucks organization is about, and that's not what we've been about the last 10 years.
Giannis also said he expects that he will return to action closer to 4 to 6 weeks instead of the 2 to 4 that was initially reported. Milwaukee will next play on Sunday against the T-Wolves. And don't forget Packers-Bears tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. That'll do for sports. More news on the way next.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage?
Yes, sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
You came prepared to take on the pressure.
We came prepared to give you none of that, just more out of buying a car. At Maury's West Salem Kia, you get our best price up front. No scripts, no side eyes, no 4-hour negotiations. Maury's sales team doesn't work on commission, so you get more help, less hassle. Need service? With Maury's, you get honest work done right. We even do more for our community. Get more with Maury's West Salem Kia. Visit Maury'sWestSalemKia.com.
At Jolivet Family Farms, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Fraser for Christmas trees, wreaths, garlands, bows, fruit and gift baskets, gift cards. Buy fresh, buy local. Concord grapes, cheeses, organic eggs, honey, jams, syrup, pancake mixes, meats, pizzas, specialty chocolates, Wisconsin beer and wines, salsas. Dazzling crafts and decor items. Take home some pies, cookies, bars, and breads from our homemade bakery. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, save big on stressless furniture when you donate just $50 to charity. With a $50 donation to charity, you'll save up to $900 on stressless sofas, $700 on the new stressless Sky mattress, and up to $400 on our most popular recliners. Plus, you'll even save on dining and office chairs. So many ways to save when you donate just $50. Don't wait. It's time for stressless. Donate and save at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Fire rescue officials in frigid upstate New York got careful and crafty to rescue a wild deer trapped on the frozen inlet over in Ithaca, New York.
They lassoed the frightened animal and then slid it hockey puck style across the ice into the shore. Oh, they say the deer was cold but uninjured, and they were able to release it safely, but not before getting in a few pets on its furry little noggin. Oh, cute guy. Well, I'm glad he didn't fall through.
I know, right? Because we've seen a couple stories like this where it's trapped out in the ice.
Yeah.
And you can only imagine like the amount of panic and fear it's going through.
He probably had fun getting slid across like that, though. That looks like fun.
I like that description. Hockey puck style.
Yeah, and got a little few pets afterwards. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
When the food truck arrives at Our Neighbor's Place, it takes a community. Our attorneys don't just fight insurance companies, they fight hunger in Wisconsin alongside Our Neighbor's Place. Because together, we're stronger. Bygoff and Rohde, your neighbors, your injury advocates.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
Happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
During Chevy Red Tag, get 0% financing on this Silverado. That's over $6,900 total value. Plus, Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger. You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
We don't want to see homeowners falling through their floors.
Certainly not.
So as the symptom goes, moisture, mildew, mold, any of that stuff.
That's bad. Wood doesn't like water. Every house that is on a crawl space needs an encapsulation.
It's so important, man. If this doesn't get done, like what happens to polite society now?
When your flooring's in jeopardy, ain't nobody safe.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
More joy, more style, and more savings. That's what you'll find at King Furniture this holiday season. With our incredible stock of inventory, you can always find whatever you need ready for free delivery. And if it's a custom look you want, we have you covered. Shop our selection of England sofas and sectionals and choose from thousands of fabrics and leathers. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. And we'll haul away the old for free. There's no better time to shop at King Furniture.
From the law office to the clothing closet, our lawyers seek hope and recovery for the whole community. Bygoff and Rohde and Our Neighbor's Place, where every injury and every neighbor matters. Because together, we're stronger. Winning justice for Wisconsin.
All right, tomorrow basically that high temperature 31 or if mid-20s you're further north will probably be in the morning. The temperatures will fall in the afternoon. The winds will pick up. There will be quite a wind chill going into Saturday evening. The good news is once we get past Sunday morning, our temperatures are all climbing up, and you don't have to worry about single digits or teens for quite a while.
Looks like good conditions for Santa to be driving through on Thursday.
Well, he didn't need a sleigh.
Driving
on that.
or flying through. He flies, Jacob. That does it for us at 10.
Have a good weekend.